Newport Gaming here, back with another Market Watch. Me and the Big Mike cooking up. Alright, so the first card we're going to talk about is Performapal 5 Rainbow Magician. So this card's been being played in some Draco Tail side decks. It's being played even in some main decks, being played in the Radiant Typhoon deck a little bit. And this card's a floodgate, right? So people are going to play this card on and off just like other floodgates. And we can see that this card has gone up. You see a little list in here, but then boom, little $5, and it quickly goes up again. So this card, if you have it, maybe consider selling it, or maybe consider putting it in like your staple binder. I know a guy like Big Mike, he loves floodgates like this. Big floodgate fan himself personally. Right?
Respect, retweet.
Okay, next one we got plus minus. All right, I'll let Mike talk about this one.
All right, this is a obviously it's a broken card, level 8 body, dumps 2 for free, inherent summon, broken. It's a starter in Magnet Warrior, but it's also is a super at a burst protocol, and you can see as you scroll down, you can see that it is no longer a bulk card. This card is $2.
Yeah, and there's only 11 at $2 too, and like with how much this card's being bought, like, it's still like around 2 there. We saw, and then
Right.
boom, like it keeps going up.
Yeah,
it definitely keeps going up.
It sells quick. It sells quick. We had quite a few listings. Somebody bought. Let's see if they can find our order down here. Go down. Oh,
Dude, I mean, it's gonna be a little hard.
They bought. This
card gets bought a lot.
They bought like 80 copies of ours at 75 cents. So we were probably the wall that they wanted to get rid of.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But like, yeah, it's a little ridiculous. And then like someone bought all the Euro English ones at $1 because, I mean, it's gonna be worth. It's definitely already worth more than $1, and it's gonna keep going up in price.
This card has a secret rare effect on a super rare printing. I mean,
yes,
it's pretty broken.
Literally. It's a broken card. More and more people are playing Magnet Warriors. The stuff just got released in Master Duel, so now it's having a little Master Duel hype behind it also. And it's just a good card. And, people are going to keep wanting it. So maybe if you have them, boom, get rid of them. Or maybe you just wait like a week or two and then boom, it keeps going up in price. Because they're buying it so many times a day that all these listings are getting bought up quickly. And then
Master Duel... Master Duel meta can have an effect on advanced format.
Yes, it's happened a lot actually.
Cashier Snake Eye, baby.
Now we got Exosister Betrayal. So this card isn't worth a whole lot right now, but this is another super from Burst Protocol. I just figured I'd go over like the 2 supers from Burst that are like, really starting to pop outside of the obvious. The Xylon, the Synchro, like that card was already like $1 on release. But this card is starting to go up a little bit more too. It's still not worth a whole lot of money. But then, it's like 60 cents, and I'm pretty sure it goes at like, 75 cents. It's like the next little wall of them. But this is an Exosister card. People love Exosister. This is a broken card overall. Like, really, it has 3 different effects on it, and they're all good effects. So it wouldn't surprise me if this card ends up being $1 or $2 in the future. But okay, now I guess we'll just hop right into the next one. So Jet Synchron, this is being played with the new trap card that is really good, being able to hand trap synchro on the opponent's turn. We see this being played in multiple different decks in the OCG. Like, people are playing Cool Tune stuff with it, they're playing Yummy stuff with it, being able to go ahead and summon a Yummy Synchro turn 0. But if you go ahead and look down, it's basically like a $72 card for Jet Synchron CR. And if you look at it not too long ago, I mean, this card was like $20. And now it's just getting, it's gone all the way up. If you look at recent sales, though, we can see, like, it's like 60, 40, and then, you start scrolling down some more, there was like the $20 sales. But now it's like a pretty sought-after card. The rest of the Jet Synchrons really haven't gone up too much because there's so many, I'm pretty sure, like commons and maybe even rares.
Yeah, common super.
Yeah,
I believe there's a rare.
Yeah, like there's a lot of different copies of this card, so there's cheap alternatives, but the CR is just gone up ridiculous. So if you have this card, Maybe you get rid of it now. Maybe you hold on to it until like this card's actually being played a lot and people really want to like max out their decks. But this card has gone up ridiculous. And then I'll let Mike talk about this one.
Yeah, Cipher Soldier, Kinetic Soldier, whatever you want to call it. It's a $15 common. It is a GOAT side deck staple. It's just something we wanted to highlight. It has very limited printings, and it's just money. It's a very, I mean, if you have a lot of common bulk and you want to look through it, it is $15. I mean, OTS commons are solid.
Yeah,
There's a lot of sleepers in
like
those.
people are just gonna have this sitting around because they go to locals, pulled the card a
Get
while ago and just
Yeah.
let it sit, and now it's like, oh, you got this $15 card sitting in your bulk. That's crazy.
Yeah, and GOAT. It outs BLS.
Yup. Good goat card. Good goat card. And then Secreterion. This card's been dropping a good amount. This card was like consistently like a little over 20, not even too long ago. Yeah, I was gonna say like right around here. It was even more at one point.
18 to 22 is like roughly where it was sitting at.
And now like you can find a bunch of copies a little bit lower than that. I'm pretty sure that the people who needed this card have got this card. This card's also probably gonna be set up for. It's in Rarity 5, yeah. I was gonna say this card's also set up for a reprint, which I forgot it was even in Rarity 5. But yes, I was gonna say. I mean that goes in what I was about to say. This card's set up perfectly for a reprint, and it's in Rarity 5.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
I'm not lying. But yeah, like this card's just gonna keep dropping. So go ahead and maybe move them if you don't need them. It is also a super poly target for the future too. So, a while from now, like right now you can play it as a super poly target and it's probably going to die off, but, it's probably going to come up as a super poly target again in the future. Just because if you can super poly with your opponent's dragons and spellcasters, odds are the other effect, being able to shut down their dragons and spellcasters, will also come up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then Radiant Typhoon Vision. Last time we talked about this card, it was at $5. It was at its absolute peak. And now, boom, it's getting reprinted in rarity. So it's going to have, I'm pretty sure, a secret rare. I don't remember if I got the other printings.
I'm pretty sure it's getting the full, probably like 7 different. I don't know. Is this one only doing 1 rarity per card? I'm pretty sure it's doing every rarity.
I was gonna say I'm not 100% sure with the rarity yet. The rarities in the new rarity set, it's a little confusing with some of the cards, but as time goes on, we'll be a lot better at this. But yeah, we can go ahead and see that this card's dropped. Insane. Like people are still gonna need it leading up until rarity comes out, which is only a couple weeks away now, really. So I assume like this card's maybe gonna drop a little bit more, but at the same time, like 75 cents for like a very played card, I don't think that's like a bad price for it. And now the next one, I'll let Mike talk about this one.
Yeah, it's getting the Rarity Collection 5. So we I'm sure we talked about this before on the channel. This card went up, Genesis hype and everything, but now we can see the with the rarity coming out, which it looks like they're only doing the one. It looks different. They're not doing the full 7 things. It seems to be.
Yeah, TCG players also like they're really messed up with the rarity 5 because they also don't know what's going on because there's so many different rarities.
Love Konami, but yeah, you can see you can see how the market price is 5 for or I guess rare, but yeah, you can see it's dropping. It's no longer like a $13-14 card.
Yeah, this is really starting to drop because once you get the reprint that's really easy to get, these will drop a lot. Like maybe the super rare from OTS will hold a little bit just because it's an OTS card. But
but then reprinting it super is
I was gonna say yeah, even then, like there's gonna be so many extra copies on the market because supply and demand, there's gonna be so much supply and the demand for this card is just so small, really. Like not many people actually want this card.
I don't even think people play Quantum anymore.
No,
in
there's
Genesis.
there's very little like super quantum running around. So this card's probably gonna fall insane. And the next one, I'll actually let Mike talk about this one too. So I brought up the World Legacy token, but this is really just talking about basically all OTS tokens. So I'll let Mike talk about it. Take it away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, OTS tokens, they can be money. There's some that are like, 30, 40 cents. Uh, but like your good ones, so like the ones that are actually needed for an archetype, like the World Legacy token, the Mecha Fan Beast token's probably like $10, something like that. Uh, yeah, they hold value. Yeah, if you want to look that up. Yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
insane.
Your Draco Sack tokens.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there was like different versions of it too. Yeah, there was a bunch of different versions. Like some of these aren't too much, but even then, I mean, they're still around
Right,
$3.
right. I
And
mean, the whole archetype deals around tokens.
yeah, wait, I don't even know what that one's from. Oh,
Oh, that's
TNTKN4. I'm not even sure, to be honest. But either way, a lot of OTS tokens are worth money. Some of the newer ones aren't worth too much, but as time goes on too, and
they
they get
go
out of
up.
rotation, they just go up. So if you have these sitting in your bulk, any OTS tokens, maybe set them to the side so that way they're just not lost in bulk, and then bam, you can
And,
pull them out in the future, worth
and
money.
back on the topic of tokens, the Sky Striker OTS token was expensive for a while. It died because it got the Ultra Mama reprint, but even that you can see is still worth a little bit.
Yeah, like, this is still worth like
Oh, it
three
even got
bucks, a little bit more than that.
yeah.
The
I
Mama
forgot I got a common
token,
too.
this one's like
Shadow common,
yeah, yeah,
common best rarity.
yeah, yeah. The common reprint is gonna be like worthless because there's multiple hollow versions of it, and it's been printed so many times now. The next one, I'll talk about this one, the GranSolfachord. This is the link to that you can play in the deck. Not everyone even plays this card, but we talked about this card a while ago on the channel when this card went up to like $3. And to be honest, I didn't think it was gonna, keep its value. Like you can see right here, it went up because people were playing Solfachord Yummy, and then it died down. But I think this is probably due to the Master Duel effect once again, where Solfachord Yummy is proven to be one of the best decks in that game, and people are trying to play it now in the TCG sum, and you can see the cards actually gone up to like $5, $6, $6+. And this card doesn't have a reprint yet, and it came out a while ago, so we don't know when we'd get a reprint for this card. So if you have this card, as I said before when it was like $3, I would move it now. Now I would really move it now while it's worth money, because this isn't even a card like I played the deck at a YCS back in November. I didn't even play this card. Like you don't have to play this card in your deck. So maybe you go ahead, boom, get rid of it while people don't actually realize like this card isn't really needed in the deck. Like it does work outside of Solfachord, so maybe maybe that's why it's got a little bit of extra hype behind it. Um, like maybe some people were trying to play this in Doom Z potentially, but I kind of doubt it. But that does make me think now. Maybe this isn't just Solfachord hype. Now that I'm actually thinking about it a little bit deeper, this might be for something else too. But I don't think I've seen it in the Doom Z list that I've been looking at. So, maybe this is a card that you end up needing. Maybe this is a card you now theorize, and if you think, oh, I don't need it, boom, sell it, get rid of it now. Next one, SP, I'll let Mike talk about. This is the common one from Legendary Modern decks. Like,
Yeah, you see, it's cheap. It's $1. SP's always held a price around $10, roughly. Um, but with the common reprint and you guaranteed one of the modern decks, obviously it's gonna die. But this is cheap. Get your copies now because history shows that these legendary deck commons do go up over time. As soon as like the sets out of rotation.
yeah, and it's
So if
like
you want your
everyone
cheap little
needs this
knight, get it
card.
now.
Like,
Yeah, that card's broken.
paying 89 cents for SP, like, that's not bad at all. Like, if you actually need this card, that's really cheap for a staple that you will basically need for
Forever.
I was gonna say
Forever. As long
literally
as you play the
forever
game.
unless this card gets banned. Like this card will be played forever. If you're not
Yeah.
playing in one
It
format,
was.
you're playing at the next one.
I mean, it's kind of like the Nightmares too. The Nightmares are always played pretty much until SP Little Knight came out, and it's just a better Nightmare.
Yeah, this card's ridiculous. And then next card we have. I'll let Mike say this word.
Alchemic.
Alchemic, there we go. Alchemic Magician. So this is from Redo. Does not have a reprint, and this card is now, if you want a near mint copy, $16. Like,
And that's on Limb. That's on Limb.
yeah, that's on Limb too. Like first eds, $17, and there's not even there's not even that many like first eds for that cheap. It starts going up really quickly, and then you got some people down here that are just posting random prices for no reason. But
But
yeah,
when you see these cards, you always check the recently sales, see what's going on. Be like, wow, this card seems expensive. Is this card selling? Okay, this card is selling. All right, it's no longer. This isn't right after a buyout, and it's just where the price is now.
yup,
Now this
yeah.
this is the market price of the card.
Yup. Good note there from him. But yeah, if you look at the card, it does take 3 level 4 spellcasters. I'm not honestly sure what this card is for. I'm sure it's because some deck got revealed that can put a bunch of spellcasters. But basically, during the end phase, detach a material, send a card from hand to grave, and then set any spell from your deck. So you can set stuff like Mistaken Arrest, Shared Ride.
Shared Ride.
I'm like super poly.
Spellbound. Super
Spellbound. I'm
poly.
sure there's like other spells that you can find.
There's so many good spells in the game.
And so I can understand why this card has the hype behind it. It hasn't been printed. I mean, what, Redo came out like 14 years ago or something like that. No reprint on it. So it is completely out of rotation at this point.
That made me feel so old. I'm not gonna lie. I remember when Redo came out.
Yeah, this guy's unk over here, bro.
Okay, all right. I'm not taking off my hat. I have hair. Just believe that.
Just believe it. Just believe him.
Just believe it.
Now we got Rosewhip. So we talked about this card before too, like this card was going up, but now that we're getting closer and closer to a Qtune meta with the new support coming out in like a month from now. Yeah, literally a month from now. Even like the common one from the Hidden Arsenal, this one is, $1.30 going up. I wouldn't even sell it yet if I had it, to be honest. I would hold on to it for a little bit because it's gonna be worth more than that. A lot of people are side decking this in the deck.
Rosewhip's always been roughly $1, because when the Hidden Arsenal stuff came out, that's when Naturia was running around. So
yeah, the what's it called? The Sun Avalon deck. Like that deck side decked this card and was able to summon it. And
right, and then and then Naturia Runic or whatever that.
Well, like
played that.
Yeah, like this card is just it's worth a lot right now, and like the DT too. Like the DT is the crazy one. And, if you have it, maybe for the cheaper copies, you hold on to it, wait, more expensive copies, you can go ahead and move it now, or you could wait until Qtune actually comes out. Everybody's picking up their copies, and then boom.
I mean,
I'd probably hold on to it.
DT, I'd sell it. I mean, hey, you sell the DT, get a super.
Nah, dude, honestly, I think I'm holding on to the DT right now. Like you can see right here.
You just gotta give people. You gotta give people time. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Okay, yeah. Just keep an eye on it if you have a DT. If you see it start dipping below 30, hit that button. Boom. But if you see it keep going up, ride that wave. Fuck.
Yeah. Because especially for dual terminal pack 2, this card could go up more easily, especially with it coming into the meta very heavily. Qtune is the most played deck in the OCG right now. So
that deck is insane.
So if we see that same trend come over here to the TCG, bam, this card could easily go up more. But now we have Packbit. So this one, even the ultra rare for this card now, it's pushing like $1.50. And this card
from Mega Pack 25.
Yeah, and this card just came out not too long ago, and people are gonna keep needing this card because of the new hand trap, the harmonic that is able to dump it. You can even see the QCR has gone absolutely bonkers. This card is at $74 now. You know, I said when I was at $50, I said I wouldn't even sell it yet because it's QCR, it's the highest rarity for this card, and everyone's going to be needing it soon. And I think now at like the $75 mark, you know, it's more reasonable to sell, especially if you were picking them up, because I'm pretty sure they were like, what, 20 maybe? Yeah, I was going to say even less than 20.
They were cheap. They were so cheap.
Yeah, they were really
Like
cheap.
they were
Even
they were a
after
little bit.
Harmonica was shown to be really good, like they were still cheap. Like we were picking these up, like trading for them at YCS Richmond. We were
Yeah, we
picking them
picked them
up,
too.
and we were like, all right, pick them up, hold on to them, cause we know this card will go up. Like people are gonna need this card for sure.
It was played in Malice too, wasn't it? For
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
cause you can dump it off the Terahertz.
Yep.
But like now, you know, we're seeing more like the amount of people that are going to be playing this card in a month from now is going to be ridiculous. You're going to see this card in a lot more deck lists. So, you know, it's pretty expensive. It's at that point where, you know, very reasonable to sell. You know, I mean, you could take the gamble, hold on to it because, you know, more and more people are going to need it. But, you know, as it starts getting up to this price and more people realize that the big vendors, you know, they might be like, oh, it's a $75 card that we picked up for 10, 15 bucks. Bam, slam all their copies onto the market. But, you know, it's looking pretty good right now. It's looking pretty good. It has like a main set QCR too. It's not like a rarity collection QCR. But even a rarity collection QCR, we've seen those go crazy infinite times over and over again.
Absolutely.
Okay, now the last card. A rarity
Speaking of-
collection QCR. We got Witch of the Black Forest. With the new spell that is able to summon the spellcaster from deck, you know, you start looking at what you can summon. Bam! You get to Witch of the Black Forest. Bam! This card's able to search hand traps. Bam! Now it's not gonna be as good in the TCG as it is in the OCG, because OCG is able to search Max C off this card. So, you know, definitely take this card with a little grain of salt. And it only searches stuff with 15 or less defense. So you can't grab Ash Blossom. You can't grab Bell. But you can still grab something like, yeah, Valor, Droll. So, you know, this is definitely something to think about. And also...
Or, I mean, it could search probably very specific hand traps for a matchup, too.
Yeah,
So like
yeah, DD Crow.
Retaliating C, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. It can also, yeah. That's a good card. It can also search Yummies. You know, just like we've seen with Sangan in the past, you know, you're able to use Sangan, search a Yummy. This one's a little bit worse than Sangan in terms of being a starter because you can't turn this one into Amirage, but you can turn this one into the Moon Maiden Link 1 because it's a spellcaster. I don't know if you'd play that card, but, you know, it is an option. But the fact that it can search Yummies, summon Yummies, it can search hand traps, you can summon this card from your deck off the spell. This is a card to look out for, even if it's not a card that is going to end up being very good, it's going to have a lot of hype behind it. So, you know, this card's already up to $24, and this card was really cheap until the spell came out. You know, a little $7. If you look
the
back.
spell you're talking about the quick play that summons both players summon dark spellcasters from deck.
Yes.
Yeah, which keep that in mind. If your opponent's summoning Witch of the Black Forest, maybe venture in, look at other dark spellcasters you could do to counter that card. I'm sure there's one.
Yeah, like if it ends up becoming like the super popular meta trend where everyone is doing that, maybe you summon something wicked from your deck, and bam, you counter them, and they're sick that you summon that from deck. They're like, why is that even in their deck list? And you can steal games with it. But
it's almost as good as the Wing Dragon or Raw counter the Sphere mode. Almost as good. That was awful. I don't know why people did that.
Well, okay, you wanna say any final words before we go?
No, I'm good.
All right, sick. You know, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I think the next video we're going to drop either is going to be another market watch, or we will be dropping the cases that we're going to be opening of the new Rarity 5. I think we're only going to be
dropping both.
Yeah, we're going to be dropping both. The new Rarity 5, I think we're only going to be opening 2 cases on the channel, but we are going to be cracking a bunch of those cases and then opening the packs. And with all of that being said, Newport Gaming, peace.